Hello folks, welcome along to A Taste of Country with Lucia Butler. I've got a guest artist here beside me. It's Johnny Garvin. Johnny, welcome.
Thanks, Lucia. Great to be here.
Absolutely great having you, Johnny, there. Johnny, you're a 22-year-old man?
I am a 22-year-old man, yes. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just enjoying the country stage here at the Ploughing Championships in County Laois.
Yeah, it's a wonderful day, Johnny. It is here indeed. It's 82 years into the ploughing match, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I think they're celebrating it this year, all right.
Now, Johnny, tell listeners where you're from. I know you're from County Mayo. What part of Mayo?
From a little village called Glenamoy, just outside Balmullet town. It's a small little village there off the beaten track. Many people wouldn't probably notice it on their way past. You'd blink and you'd pass it, sort of thing, but it's a lovely spot, and it's a great spot to grow up for country music, so it was definitely a plus for me.
Plenty of music up that direction. But you're not actually living in Mayo at the moment, are you?
No, actually, I've set up my base, you could call it, in Donegal for my platform for the country music. It's definitely a great spot for country music as well as Mayo, but it's just closer to everything for me now, let's say, the manager and the band and the whole lot. So it's definitely the right move for me to go to Donegal.
Yeah. Johnny, how old are you?
I'm 22 years of age.
And how long have you been singing? I know you've been singing since you were a tiny little lad of what, 3 years of age, or as long as you can remember?
As long as I can remember, Lucy. I was in, the mother had me in, feshes and competitions for singing all the time, so it goes a long way back.
Any dancing as well?
I danced as well, yeah. I did do a bit of dancing. I think every country lad from the country did a bit of Irish dancing when he was in school growing up, so it was something I did as well,
Well done, Johnny. A man of many talents now. And you've got lots of siblings there. I believe music is in the family big time, your mum and dad as well as the siblings.
Yeah, definitely. The mother and father, they play and they sing also, and my sister has a band also in Galway, and the brother is actually living in Nottingham. He plays a bit himself, and all of them can either sing or play an instrument in the house, so it was definitely nothing different when I picked up the guitar and started playing. So they sort of stole my thunder when I started playing guitar, because everyone else knew how to play guitar in the house before me. So, but it's everyone is definitely musically orientated, all right.
Very good, Johnny. And how many siblings have you got?
I have 7 siblings, and then obviously mum and dad. So it's a family of 10.
And are they all into the country music?
Definitely. It was. I listened to country music growing up, and it was from their influences, I suppose, I got my taste as well. They were coming home. Garth Brooks, Vince Gill Garth Brooks was massive in the house, massive, and Elvis Presley was massive in our house as well, and a lot of big names. So over from America as well, and then over in the Irish scene, we had definitely. I was listening to Daniel O'Donnell all the time. My mother likes Daniel O'Donnell a lot, and we had. The likes of when Robert Mazzell, Mike Denver, to me, I thought was brilliant. So there was a lot of country background in the house.
Would Mike have been your inspiration maybe out on the country scene, or you just loved the country music and a lot of them?
Country music to me is, I love country music, but Mike Denver to me was, when I was growing up, he was big on the scene at the time, and he was definitely very good. I just looked at him and thought, I'd love to do what he's doing. So hopefully I'm gonna get a chance at it now, starting off into this business, and it's looking very good.
Well, Johnny, you performed here at the Ploughing Championship in Laois here today, and it's my first time in hearing you live, and you put on a wonderful performance, I have to say. They loved you and they got out dancing on the floor there. Fair play to you, Johnny.
It's definitely a great feeling when you're up on the stage and you can get people out dancing. It's definitely, when you're up there and if you didn't have people dancing, you'd be thinking, what am I doing this for? But when you can get the people dancing and enjoying themselves, it's definitely a plus. And Seamus gave me a few minutes on his set there, Seamus Moore, and he's doing a mighty scene up there today. He's absolutely brilliant. But he gave me the chance, thank God. So fair play to him, and I'm glad I'm absolutely over.
And Johnny, you're going to come over there to the UK to us, over to Burnt Oak, to Seamus's pub in the near future.
Absolutely, yeah. We're definitely going over that direction. We're hoping to do a tour in over in England, and I have a lot of friends, a lot of family over in England myself. So it's definitely, I can't wait to get over there. Can't wait.
Well, we can't wait to have you. Now, as I said earlier on, you're only 22 years of age, Johnny. You have 3 songs out at the moment. You've released them when, in August there?
We released a single, In God's Care, in the start of August, and then we released the 3-track EP at the start of September. So it's out now at the minute, and it's going very well. The Losing Feeling, the first song, was written by Jim Corbin and Paul Johnson in Leitrim, in the studio there. That's where we're working, in the studio. And the second one is My Darling Kathleen, written by a man from Balmullet, Michael S. Taher. And then the third one is Except for Mondays, an old Louise Morrissey track, or Laurie Morgan track, and Laurie herself wrote it. So they're
doing well for you. They're getting a lot of radio airplay, aren't they?
They are. They're brilliant. I'm overwhelmed with the support I'm getting over here, and the amount of people that are telling me, they turn around saying that's a great songs, and you're doing a great job. So that always is a plus to me, and you're hearing feedback like that. It's definitely something else.
You better believe it, Johnny, because I see you today. You are doing a wonderful job. You're oozing with confidence there, and the crowd loved you. And I did see you interacting with the crowd there. They were coming up, shaking your hand, and all. So well done. Long may that continue, Johnny.
Absolutely, it's brilliant. I love it. It's definitely a surreal feeling for me now. People coming up and shaking your hand and saying very well done, and absolute, I'm over the moon when people come up and say that to you. But it's you can have a great crack with people, because it's all walks of life here today in the Ploughing Championships, and they're from all corners of the world, you could say, as well. So it's great to meet new people and and see how they think of the music as well.
Yeah. Johnny, you have some DVDs there, or videos shown on telly?
Yeah, we do, of course. We're on 191 showcase. We're on with Cowboy Larry on Top Country. He brought us up to Dungannon. He was a good old crack himself there with Philip and Terry, and we were on with Paul Claffey and Jerry Glennon on Irish TV as well. We have an ad there as well.
Ireland West, isn't it?
Ireland West, yeah, correct. And Phil Mack, yeah, it's going. They've all given me a shot, and they've put me on television, so it's great. It's absolutely mighty. It's
great to have all this between the radio and the TV. Sure, it's great. You'll be more famous than, I tell you, you have a great future ahead of you, Johnny. You better believe that.
It's a bit odd now. People are coming up to me in the street and saying, we've seen you on Top Country, or they see me on Ireland West, or see me on Phil Mack, and I'm, it's still to me, I'm like, it's still a bit of a weird feeling for me. Because,
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks very much. It's great, and thanks for coming up and talking to me, because that's all I love. Nothing more than people's feedback. Because then I know I'm doing something right, and if I'm doing something wrong, they'll let me know as well.
Absolutely.
Surely.
Isn't that the right way? It's positive, some constructive criticism, isn't it? It's good.
Exactly.
Any plans for the future?
Yeah, definitely. Big plans I have in my head anyway. Hopefully they come true or not. We're hoping to have the album out just after the Christmas, into the new year, the start of the new year. We're launching the band in November, so it started in November, and we've the book is filling up, sort of thing. So it's really going well now. It really is. I can't believe how well it's going. Is
there a name for the band as yet?
Well, we've talked about it, but I think the Johnny Garvin Band is the name we're settling on. I think everyone agrees that it was because I'm trying to get people together, and they were saying, yeah, we will go with the Johnny Garvin Band. It sounds just as good as it just sounds good as the rest. So I was happy, and they were all happy.
Johnny, just before I let you go there, any songs? Can you write songs yourself? Any ideas for songs yourself? Self-penned songs?
Well, not as of yet, but looking into the future, I would definitely think about doing one or two myself. It depends on if I can get enough of a following, and then if they like the songs I'm doing before, they won't turn around and walk out if they hear one of my own written songs. So I'm just trying to get a platform before I'll start. Okay, Johnny. Well, listen, Johnny, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you here in Portlaoise, where we are in. I won't try and pronounce it where we are. Rats and Skills. No, I just leave that one out. But we're in Stradbally in County Laois, and a fantastic day here at the Ploughing Championship. And Johnny, meeting you, an absolute pleasure. On behalf of myself and all the presenters at IrishCountryMusicRadio.com, I'd like to wish you continued success, because listeners, watch out for this fella, Johnny Garvin. Thank you very much, Lucia. Pleasure. Okay, and is there anyone you want to say hello to or thank? Definitely want to thank. I have a lot of people to thank. I'd like to thank yourselves straight away, of course. IrishMusicRadio.com. They're brilliant, for coming. Irish Country Music Radio, yeah. Of course, and I'd like to thank Brian Cunningham, my manager. He came out here with me today, and has been walking around with me the whole day, and he didn't need to at all, so I have to thank him as well. And what about the crepe with the chocolate and my camera? Absolutely. Brian, we'll blame him for that. The camera got destroyed with the chocolate, but thanks, Brian, for the crepes as well.
Thanks, Brian, for the crepes. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, listeners, it's been an absolute pleasure interviewing this young fella, 22 years of age, Johnny Garvin from County Mayo. Johnny, God bless you, and may you have a long road ahead of you. Continued success to you.
Thanks, Lucia. God bless.
God bless.